Alright, so that last live video, I don't know if that's gonna play or not, but I talked about a few things about me. I used to be pro-black. Well, I used to consider myself pro-black, and I'm probably still pro-black, but I'm pro-brown more than anything else. And in that last video, I talked about how, my racist ways got me in a lot of trouble. I wasn't judging people by the content of their character as much as I was judging people by the color of their skin. And that's not exactly true. I come from a pretty mixed family, pretty mixed background, and I do consider myself a black American, and I'm proud of that. I think black people are beautiful. I'm very attracted to black women. I'm one of those, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice type of brothers. But we are, as far as the human race, the human family goes, we're all really different shades of brown. And this is America. This is the melting pot. I'm very proud and grateful. More grateful. Pride is not really a good thing. I definitely prefer the phrase grateful. I'm grateful to be an American. We're so fortunate in this country. And like I say, we're all different shades of brown. And besides the legal troubles, you know, I got in a lot of trouble over the years. You look at my record, you look at my upbringing. I'll be nothing without the black community that made me in Chicago, where I'm from originally. I grew up around, was raised around black people, and be nothing without the black community in Chicago. But first of all, let's look at pro-black. So, do we have any pro-black groups in this country? Well, the first group that comes to mind for most people is probably Farrakhan and them, the the Black Muslims, aka the Nation of Islam. And I like listening to a lot of Farrakhan's speeches. I really appreciate a lot of things that he says, but I don't agree with him. Most black people don't agree with him. Most black people, unfortunately, they worship and they love white Jesus. And that topic deserves a video all to itself. White Jesus. Lord have mercy. So that's like the first group that comes to mind, I think, for most people when they think of pro-blacks, Nation of Islam. Then you have the Afro-Asiatics, brothers that I like listening to and I like studying, aka the Hoteps. They're called Hoteps a lot of times. And I love listening to what they say. They kind of on like sort of the Moorish science tip. They like to, you know, they believe that we're the ancient Egyptians. And I think there's some truth to that. Then next, you have Pan Africanist. When it comes to Pan Africanist, Umar Johnson, he comes to mind. Then you have, like Umar Johnson, I don't agree with everything he says, but I love the whole fact that he's a psychologist and he knows what he's talking about. When he talks about psychology and stuff like that, the man is very intelligent. As far as all these black leaders and speakers out there, I think he definitely, he's more from the criminal justice system. Okay, let me pause this video that's playing. Okay, I've been having problems with this live right now, and I was when I stopped, I think I was listing off all the pro-black groups that I've been following and studying over the years. I think I got to the Hebrew Israelites, and it's good that I stopped right there. I see that this probably is something that I should write and not really go live about. There's so much information, and I don't want to misspeak. And when it comes to the Hebrew Israelites, there's so many different types of Hebrew Israelites, and different types of Hebrews, and different type of Israelites. And I don't consider myself a Hebrew Israelite anymore these days. I'm sure looking at me that'll surprise a lot of people. But they are definitely onto something. I definitely don't agree with them 100%. But me personally, I do believe the same group of people, the same tribe, the same ethnicity, whatever you want to call it. I believe the same people who made the pyramids, they built the Lincoln Monument. Um, but I digress. Um, like I said, I'm not going to get into all of the different pro-black groups. Um, this is something that's important, and I want to talk about it more. But we definitely need to unite in this country. We need to not have all this strife with amongst ourselves as Americans. We need to discuss race, and we need to fix a lot of racial problems that we have in this country. We don't want to be invaded by another country. A lot of the leftist black groups, a lot of these liberal black groups, if you listen to them talk, they sound like they're communist, or they're pro-communist, or that they love China, or that they love Russia. And it's so strange to me. Those aren't countries with a lot of black people. Those are countries with societies that have been around for thousands of years with all the black people. Now, I'm not accusing either country of being racist. I don't really know. I've never been to China, never been to Russia. But we do have to be careful. We have to stop promoting this pussification of America, and we have to stop promoting faggotry. We don't want this country invaded by another country. We need a strong military. We're not there yet, but one of these days, if we keep going down this road, one of these days it might be possible for one of these communist countries or one of these countries that's not down with Republic Democrat or the Democratic Republic ideology that we have here in this country. We might get invaded and we might get our asses kicked one day if we're not unified and not strong. Can't happen now. You know, you invade this country, you're going to find out what the British found out. It ain't finna happen. But we're on that road. We need to be strong. We need to be unified. This great experiment that's happening here in this land needs to continue. We're not there yet, but we could be there yet. And I don't get a lot of views on most of my videos. Most of my videos are private. And this is something that I probably won't invest too much time in if I don't get no views or comments or anything. Is this something that people are interested in talking about? I want to get my record cleaned up one day. Maybe one day I could run for politics. I didn't vote for Obama. I didn't really support or promote him. I did have to defend him because people were saying ridiculous stuff about him, like he's a secret Muslim or, I find offense to stuff like that, secret Muslim or a lot of the other ridiculous stuff they were saying. He was born in Kenya. But anyway, I'm very glad that Barack Obama has come and gone. He has done great things for this nation. If not, one thing in particular is letting every young black male know that possibly someday you could be president. So he was the first, and hopefully he won't be the last. But I would appreciate any comments, feedbacks, see if anybody wants me to go down this road any further. And I'll leave it at that. Hopefully I'll make a part 3.